Good morning to everyone who might be watching this. Today is Friday, April 26th, 2013. Time is 9:21 a.m. Um, I'm supposed to be doing a diary thing for the mental health. It's going to be once a week, so on Fridays this is when I'm going to do it. Basically, what it all boils down to is I will rip away news stories, stuff that I find interesting. This is by no means a news broadcast program, but it's stuff that, I find interesting or things I want to write about, rant about that makes me feel irritable. Um, so with that being said, I'm going to try to block this off into movie sections. And, hopefully if all goes well, it should come out right. This being my first one, please be patient. Thank you. So here I am. The first big news story is this. I would like a moment of silence for the late, great George Jones, who passed away today. Look at my note here real quick before we hit that moment of silence. George Jones passed away at the Vanderbilt Medical Center in Nashville, Tennessee, where he'd been hospitalized for fever and irregular blood pressure. So please, a moment of silence for the late, great George Jones. Um, for those of you who are not familiar with George Jones, I'm one of the people who grew up listening to him. He passed away at 81, so I mean, he had a lot of good years. Yeah, he played at the Opry. Um, had a lot of great songs. One of my personal favorites, and if you have one, please let me know, would be High Tech Redneck. Still at the top of my list. Still cracks me up. Um, George Jones had a very turbulent career. By no means was he like a country god or anything. He was a regular guy. Had bouts with alcoholism, sometimes would not even show up because he was so drunk. Um, was married at one time to Tammy Wynette, who passed away, some time back. I'd have to double check my facts as to when. Like I say, this is not an actual news broadcasting show. This is supposed to be my diary, but I've gotten kind of bored with, doing it regular. So I'm going to do things my way. Send out my condolences to any surviving members of George Jones's family. Uh, it is a very sad day in country music to lose somebody so great. And with that said, we'll move on to our next story. Hello. The next big news story that, to me, um, that's kind of been bugging me a little bit and deserves a little bit of a rant. Hold on one moment, gotta get a drink. Would be the sovereign state people. Recently here in Utah, we had a woman who was speeding who felt like she didn't have to stop for the cops because she was part of a sovereign state, which did not have to obey government rules or laws. Okay, so, I mean, first of all, where is the sovereign state? I mean, because it sure as hell ain't Utah. I mean, hello, we do have police force. They will enforce the laws. Secondly, has somebody taken away her medication? That being a joke, this has become a growing problem. Starting to see a lot of these people, sovereign state don't have to pay attention to rules. Sorry, folks, you do. The last thing we need is you ignoring all rules of government and, various state laws. Because next thing you know, you go from speeding to walking into a Kentucky Fried Chicken and pissing on the chicken. That's the kind of the sauce I don't need with my chicken. Um, you know, I don't know what's getting into these people. Obviously, somebody needs to, either up the medication or take away whatever drugs they're using. Or find the asshole who's filling them so full of shit that it's turning their heads to mush. You know, Somebody needs to go out, find this little bastard or bitch, whoever the fuck it is, slap him around a little bit, and be done with it. You know, I don't need people like that who are so fucking stupid that they would endanger the lives of, I've got a stepdaughter, I've got a wife, and I've got family. And I definitely don't fucking need this. There's too many, quote unquote idiots on the road as there is. People who can't drive are obviously got their license in a Cracker Jack box. So with that being said, please, if you find one of these idiots, keep them off the damn road. Hello once again. The next news story I took from World News, and it's North Korea. I mean, I don't know if they're like, talking to hear their heads rattle, or if the leader's just throwing this major tantrum and somebody needs to bend him over, their knee and give him an ass busting. He's acting worse than his dad ever thought about doing. His people are starving, and yet here he is spending money on nukes. Hey, take five. Take a look at what your people are suffering from. Well, our president could do the same thing, but nonetheless, and say, hey, I need to feed our people, which our president needs to look and say, rather than focusing on, stupid shit, let's focus on getting people fed. So, that's, we'll call this partly world news, partly U.S. news, but the big deal in the U.S. is that we got people going hungry and there's no sense in it. It does royally piss me off, no question. We got miles and miles of farmland. We throw away enough to feed small countries. Why can't we feed our own people? We got kids who starve at night, and that pisses me off because I grew up being one of them. It was very hard as a young person to get food. I'm not going to go into my personal life too much, but bottom line is it wasn't an easy life. So, North Korea, sit down, shut the fuck up. Barack Obama, sit down, shut the fuck up, and listen to your people. Thank you. Okay, and this is the last, story that I took from the news here. This one actually comes from Fox 13, Good Day, Utah. Stressed out people. And, they did interviews trying to figure out what's stressing out people. And some of the things I saw on comments on Facebook was money, idiot drivers, the weather. Apparently, everything stresses out Utahns. I mean, if they walk outside and they fart, apparently they're going to be stressed out, because that was the #1 comment, was everything stresses me out. If they walk out, if it's sunny skies, stressed out. Cloudy skies, stressed out. Learn to relax, people. Buy a Game Boy, an Xbox, something. Oh, I forgot video games probably stress you the fuck out. I mean, really? I mean, and the mental health worker comes out on national TV and says, here's what's going to fix your stress. Improve your diet, get more sleep, exercise. Same 3 things that they gave me for fucking depression, along with medication. Apparently all you need to add that to, all you need to do to change that diagnosis on the whole, relieving stress is take away the medication, bingo, problem solved. Bullshit. I mean, #1, you're supposed to be stressed. That's how bills get paid. You have to worry about, how you're going to get things done. If you don't, then you're going to be laid back and you're not going to care. So a little bit of stress is a good thing. If you're over stressing out about the little shit, that's on you. You're that damn stupid. Quit. I live on a limited income, but me and my wife do get shit done. Hell, I can't even go outside in the sunlight, and I don't let it stress me out. I sit down, I read a magazine, I play a video game, and I relax. I leave all the real stress to my wife, who seems to find a way through it. If you want information on how she does it, ask her. But bottom line is, there's too much of this little shit that people are getting stressed out about that really has no business actually happening. So the real question is, how do you solve the stress? I mean, because everything stresses Utahns out. They're only 4th. I mean, they should be #1 because everything stresses them out. So the question of the day is, what would help relieve the stress? So if you have any comments, please note them. Or send them to me. Let me know what you think about what should help you relieve stress. Okay, diary. Final thoughts. And I mean, let's get serious about final thoughts here. There's a whole lot of aggravation in the world, and I know there's a whole lot of hurt and a whole lot of pain. But there is good out there. I mean, you can find it. The Boston City Marathon runners who help people. I applaud you. The people who went to ground zero at the Texas plant that blew, firefighter servicemen and women, I salute you. Bottom line is, you will find the good in people. As far as Boston, wonderful city, but you're still not getting the World Series. That belongs to Atlanta this year. Go Braves. And tomorrow's the big race, so Junior, get off your ass and win one. That's number 88. As far as I'm concerned, I am out of here. Everyone have a great day.